Hello everyone. I hope I'm very much audible to you. If yes, you guys can actually comment in the comment section. Okay. I'll be waiting for 2 more minutes to let people join in. We can go for live session right now. Okay. So I'm very much audible and we do have people around, so we'll start. Okay. So this topic is all about websites and how you can sell your website to go for a good brand. So topics I'm going to cover here are website and its purpose, types of websites, important requirements, WordPress, dashboard of the website, maintaining a website, how to create an attractive avatar, SEO, how to increase visibility of website, traffic on website, which is also, relatable how to increase your followers on social media. Now, what is a website and why do we make a website? A website is basically a collection of web pages which have relatable content to one particular domain and it is published on one web server. For example, we have Google, Amazon, and many more. Now, all of us know that we have one web server called World Wide Web, which is www. All the websites are hosted on that particular platform. Now, there are a huge number of websites, and do you think we all can access to all these websites? The answer is no. There are few websites which are kept private. For example, if a website of a company is there, that particular website is only accessible to the employees of that company. Or for example, if we have a college website, that particular website is only applicable for the college students and the teachers present in that college. Not everyone can view. Even if everyone can view, it's not of their own purpose. Talking about purpose, now why do we create a website? Website is only created to have a communication between people worldwide. Now this communication can be of any type. It can be in a form of telling your passion to the people. It can be in the form of telling people about your business, how to sell your products, or any other reason. There are no boundaries. Why do we create a website? Next, since we all know we have two types of website. One, it is called a static website. Second one, it's called a dynamic website. Now, what is static website? Static website is very simple, written in 3 or 4 languages. For example, HTML, JavaScript, CSS, and many more. Now, what happens here? The communication is between a web browser and a web server. Once a, once a web server has taken up things on the web browser, that cannot be changed again, which means that the pages once created remains created then and there. Whereas if we talk about dynamic websites are the websites which can be changed regularly, very frequently. Here the communication is between the web browser, web server, and again, if the person wants to change the website, it again goes back to the customer. Now, such examples are stock prices, which every time fluctuates and it's a dynamic website. The prices of the stock market goes ups and downs and it needs to be changed again and again. Similar with weather form information. The weather information changes hourly. So basically such websites can be changed and these are called dynamic websites. Now what are the important requirements of website? Domain, hosting, technology, purpose, content, navigation, optimize, and security. We'll be going deep to all these topics one by one. Now, what is a domain? Domain is a unique name that identifies a website. Any name which forms or which are formed by the rules of domain name system, which is nothing but DNS, can be registered as a domain name. Basically, domain name is nothing but a name given to your particular website through which people can see what your website contains, what is there in your website. It's somehow related to what is there in your particular website and the information which you are providing to the customer. Now, domains are of two types, subdomain and domain. The main difference you can see in a subdomain, a domain is comprised of two things. One is .com, which we always use in our domain. That .com, when connected to some other authority, maybe from a place which you have taken the name, that is WordPress, Blogger, or anything else, that particular name will be added to your domain. For example, my very own website, sahajkaurpoems.com, it is a proper domain. If I wanted to shift this domain to a subdomain, what I'll do is I have taken this domain from WordPress, so that domain will get added to wordpress.com. So that will become sahajkaurpoems.wordpress.com, which identifies that yes, it is a subdomain. Web hosting. Now, what is web hosting? Actually, what happens is once you have created a website, now you want people to see what your website is all about. Now, this everything you know that happens on internet, right? So when you host your things on internet, you need to purchase a place on the Google, which is nothing but web hosting. Web hosting is somewhat you can actually say that we are actually using a rented part of the internet or Google to make users see what's going on your website. Now, hosting is again of two types, free hosting and paid hosting. What is free hosting? Free hosting is nothing but something which provides a lot of limitations. Here, nothing in today's world is called free. If you're getting something for free, they'll ask you to either do something for themselves. Now, here, the companies can either limit your post, they can ask to put their advertisements on their website, they can ask that okay, you cannot purchase a domain from any other company, but you have to purchase it from us, and that too a subdomain. So there are certain restrictions that will be provided to you when you get a free hosting, while on paid hosting the entire server system is on your own end. Even if the server from a company's site crashes, your website will be secured. There will be no ads on your website, there will be no limitations put on your website. There will be no limitations on the number of posts you are putting. There will be no limitations on how you manage your website. There will be no limitations on how you can actually purchase a domain, or even if you want to have a subdomain or domain, it's all upon you. There will be a certain security thing that okay, if you want to have this particular security license, you can purchase it from someone, or even if you want to take it from us, you can do that. So paid hosting is much better than free hosting because it has all the access to the server end, to the customer, to the client itself. Coming up to technology. Now, to make the website, we have two types of technology, front end and back end. Front end is something which the client actually sees. Back end is something which it's called the server end. For front end languages, we have HTML, CSS, JavaScript. For back end languages, you have PHP, MySQL, Linux. You have n number of languages. Not getting too much into technology because most of you maybe or may not be from a coding background. If we can have another session or something like that, we can definitely talk about the technology. Now, what about purpose? As I already told you, making a website means creating a communication skills between a person uh, to another through a wide range. It can be done by actually, talking about your passion, your skill set, your business, your selling products, anything. Now, what actually we do is we turn up on a website, we provide customer what they actually want. If a person wants something related to fitness, that person will search things related to fitness on Google. Now, what really happens here? Some people get something from some particular website. Maybe that person is getting how to get fitter in 10 days from one particular website, or someone is getting some content from some other website. So, this is a type of communication we made between a customer and to the world end. So, making website is nothing but how to create communication, how to connect people, how to let people think, what is there in your website. I hope my screen is visible to everyone. Is my screen visible to everyone? Okay, I think my screen was not visible till now. I hope it's visible right now. I hope it's now visible. Yes. Okay. Coming back to content management system. Something which is really important in web development, that is content management system. Content is nothing but the type of uh, videos you put, the type of images you put, the type of content you put must be supported by the people. It should be in favor of what people wanted to see. Now, what is management? How you can create, how you can share, how you can control its information. Now, at times, a customer is finding something very short and crisp, but your your website is having something, the same thing which person wants to see, but that the word limit is too much, that the person needs to actually segregate what I need and what I don't need. So you need to manage things in such a way that it's not too huge or too short, that it you know let your customers go to some other place and see some other particular website. System: an application that enables creation, publishing, and presentation of content. This is one of the most important things. If something you have created, it is not eye-catching, it is not something which attracts people, how will you manage to get people on your own website? Navigation. One of the important factors: if someone turns up on your website and there is some certain words which the person is not able to understand, or he or she does not know the meaning. Now, what really happens at that time? The person tries to go to Google, search for the word, then turn back to your website. By this, The time that is used, it is too much. Person actually, you know, ends up having interest on your own website. So make sure that whatever you do or whatever things you think like, okay, this is difficult for someone to understand. So make sure that you put some meanings to it or you make the navigation easy. Navigation is nothing but the way a person actually flows into your content. For example, if you go to YouTube, you end up seeing one video, you see a related content at the end, you end up clicking that. So make your website such that people actually keep on navigating your own website. Optimization. Optimization is nothing but creating such content which Google recognizes as soon as it turns up on the page. We'll be having a deep discussion on what it actually is and we'll go further about it. Right now, putting this topic on hold. Security. Now, what security is all about? Sometimes your particular website or any application must say that gets hacked. Make sure that particular website is not hacked, it's not blacklisted, it has no malware functions, it has entire security adapted to it. Now all you can do is you have SSL certificate which you can purchase either by hosting or by domain. Or even if you can spend some more time, getting that particular security certificate from Google. So any questions till now? Some ideas for final year projects related to web development. You can go up on Internshala, you can fetch some ideas, you can get uh, people build their own websites. Project ideas, you can make someone's website, you can have the SEO of that website. Skills required for beginners web development. You can basically, go and have some easy language courses. You have HTML, you have CSS, you have JavaScript, you have React, you have Django, you have Python. The basic demand of web development is more web developers. I hope there are no questions related to this particular topic. Now turning up to WordPress. What is WordPress and how you can install it? WordPress is a short form of making quick and easy websites. The installation of WordPress is easy as you do all your apps and everything. You can go to the Play Store, install WordPress, log in and sign up. Now we'll have a quick demo of the dashboard of the WordPress. So this is basically when you log in, you make your own ID, you make your own password, and this is the place where you land up on. This is nothing but a proper WordPress dashboard. Now this dashboard contains everything starting from themes, plugins, posts, media, every particular single thing you want in it. Talking about posts, we'll take some good posts here. So this is particular my website which I'll be putting up as live demo. So these are the particular posts which I have created. Now we're going to add a new post and let's see how we can do it. So this is the basic area where you work. This is the backend area. Here you can put up any title, like anything. Suppose I write something related to my mother, and there's anything you want to write about it. So I'll write just one line. Um, okay, suppose I've written this much. Now all you can do is you can edit it. I have Elementor here. The theme which I'm using is generate trace. So in generate trace, I think this is the most easiest um theme which anyone can get. It is very much free. If you want to have a pro version of it, you can purchase it as per your pockets and everything. So this is how we land up here, right? You can actually put anything. You can take up the box here, drop and drag. You can edit the content you want here. Suppose I've written that line. So you can just put up here. You can change the text. You can just underline it. You can bring it bold, italics, anything. You can change the style here. You have the line. You can put anything here. So this is how you actually work on a WordPress. Even if you want to change the background, you can just go change it. You can do anything. You can put a picture here. You can put gradients. You can put a video behind this. You can put slideshows. Anything you want in your post. You can even change the layout as per your requirement. For example, if you want some structures to be in a form like, we often end up making a website where we have an attractive layout. So you can put a section here, you can put a section here, you can actually put it like you want an image here on this, even you want an image, then here the text. So this is how you basically work on a WordPress. To add a post, now once you have added the post, these are the basic SEO tips and tricks which can, help you boost your own content. So first of all, if this is the topic, you can put up in any particular category. Maybe that category is very much presented on your website as an index or anything else. Suppose if I've put in it up as my mother, so this is something related to English poetry. So I can just click on it. This gets connected to the index which has English poetry and goes over there. Right now I'm not doing it since my website is almost live. Now the thing comes how you can make it visible public. Visibility is public here. Publish it immediately as soon as you want. If you want, you can just publish it at the time and date whenever you feel like. If you want, you can put it as private. Only some people can view. You can put it a password protected if you have something very, a thing which you don't want everyone to see, but only to your particular contact. Anything you can just go and do. I think we have some questions related right now. Okay. WordPress is nothing but a tool idea and content is important. True. WordPress is nothing but a tool idea and the content is really important here because WordPress somewhere has a thing called table overlapping, which somewhere reduces your SEO ranking too, which hosting service you are using. I'm using Hostinger services right now. Only idea without platform cannot work, right? Yes, right. Yeah, that would come in on the page SEO. True. You can change the meta description here to let people see what your site is all about. Now, what is meta description? Meta description is nothing but when you actually go on Google, find something, there are few lines written below the topic of what you are finding. That particular 4 or 5 lines are nothing but meta description. Just moving out from this particular page, we turn back to the dashboard. Okay, turning back to the dashboard, next we have certain plugins. Now, what are plugins? Plugins are nothing but something which improvises your own website. Now, if you have already seen or you want to see, you can just Google it out, sahajkaurpoems.com. You will very much find my particular website. The only plugin, or not the only plugin, the plugin which I have used here is this is a slider. So we have certain plugins here. We have sliders to add. We have that particular plugin. We have something related to SEO enhancer. We have used SEO. We have rank math, something which increases the probability of your content to be seen on Google at the first. So we can have every kind of plugin. There is no limit to plugin. Plugin is nothing but something which enhances your particular website with some creativity. If you know some particular language, you can also create your plugin. Next, we have themes. The only theme which I am using here is Generate Press. We have a lot of themes related to what type of website you want. If you want something related to business, if you want something related to normal blogging, you can use themes related to it. Since it's a normal blogging content for me, so I have used WordPress. You have VP Ocean here. You have Astra here. You have n number of themes. You have n number of things to do. Now, how you can actually get your plugins and themes? This is the plugin page. How you can add a plugin? You can just search add new plugin. You can search the plugin. Suppose it's rank math. So this is the rank math plugin area. You can just go install now and activate it. This is all you need to do. How to get to new plugins, how to go and add new plugins according to your own preferences. Similarly, it is for the themes as well. Turning back to forms. Now, everywhere you need your feedback. You want how people to react on your website, what is their own requirement, how you want to communicate to people. So this is the only feedback form which I've created. You can create n number of forms even if people want to contact you from somewhere or they want to reach out to you. You can use anything. So this is the feedback form which I have created. You can see there are 6 responses right now. If you want to add, you can go and add new forms. This is so simple. You can just go, need to just type whatever you need here, and the form gets created. Next, we go to a basic things how you can actually form users in your website. Now, obviously, at times, there's not just one person who needs to, control a particular website. Website has a huge stuff to do in. So what you can do here, if I'm the user, if I want someone else to, contribute in my own website, I can create or add new users here. If I'm adding new users, I've had to put up every detail here. I can even create a new password for that particular person if I have given some other description to him. Because as you can see the roles here, the roles of administration means you can do whatever you feel like in your particular website. But if you want someone to just see, or just have the editor part, or only to see the SEO, so you can give another password so that the other things on your website are not changed and they are very much secured. Turning back to the own presentation, so dashboard I've explained, post I've explained, add a post, forms, what a website form, it's done. Themes, it's done. Plugins, it's again done. Any questions so far? Okay, there are no such questions right now. Turning back, how to maintain your own website. Choose a right builder. This is one of the basic facts you need to understand. If you're not good in coding, if you don't know how to code a website, if you do not know any coding languages, now what are the right builders you can choose to make your own website? These right builders can be anything. It can be WordPress, it can be a Blogger, it can be anything. A platform which is compatible, has certain features, has everything which you want in it to make your goal achieve. You need to search for such kind of right builders. After getting builders for your website, you need to update it regularly. Maybe you have to, you have things like something, have regular posts, daily basis information is given to the people. Make sure you keep on checking that you're meeting the people's demands and requests. If people want something which is short and crisp, and you're having the same thing in your website, but it has too lengthy words or lengthy content in it, people would stop on your pages. So make sure you actually end up clearing what people want on you, want on your website. Give it a makeover. Obviously, if you want something to be done properly, if you want people to come and visit again and again, if you want people to refer your content to some other people, you make you give it a try that you have all good things in it. You have proper headings, you have everything, the facts are true. If something looks attractive to your eyes, of course people will revisit it, they will come back to you again. So this is nothing but giving it a makeover. Review your content again. If people are engaging to your stuff, if people are coming again and again to you to read your content, of course you have a good content, but make sure that content is very much compatible to what people want, what people are actually requesting you to have. Or at times what really happens is, when you have a good content on your post, the similar content is there on some other website too. But if your content is not compatible, it is not fulfilling the requirements of what people see in your own website, the people will start switching their content, their views on your content. So make sure that does not happen. You keep on visiting again and again. Optimize your website for SEO. SEO is nothing but making your content in such a way that Google, whenever someone Googles it, your website should turn up on the first priority. People do not want to keep on turning up on your website if they do not find the same good content. Create a sense of community. Now what do you mean by create a sense of community? If I'm a poetry blogger, obvious choices that I have made content, contact and content related to it, so that people who are engaged in poetry will turn back to my content. If I'm a poetry blogger, I'm selling my poetries or asking people related not to this community, maybe a fitness blog, I'm selling my particular content to that particular website. It will not be of any use. That particular person will not have any interest or anything in my content. Use social media. Social media is one very good platform where you can find users engaging to your particular website. Now, this social media has a lot of things to attract traffic to your website. For example, if you have a lot of people on social media, once you put your website or once you announce that your website is hosted, and people who are interested in that particular topic, the traffic starts growing on your website automatically. Now, we have three types of traffic. One is direct traffic, second is referral traffic, third is organic traffic. Direct traffic is something which, when you create something and post them immediately, it can be like I've created a link from my own website and I've put in the post, and the people are viewing my website from that particular link. This is nothing but direct traffic. Referral traffic is nothing but some traffic turning onto your website through some social media. It can be Instagram, it can be Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Reddit, anything. Third is organic traffic. Now, what is organic traffic? Is the most important traffic through which you actually get the revenue from Google. Now, such traffics are actually attained by when people search something on Google and your particular website turns up. So that particular traffic is nothing but organic traffic. Till now, any questions so far? Intermediate level Mon project. You can find these types of projects on Internshala, LinkedIn, and many other platforms is very much visible. I think it's React-based framework. Yes, it's somewhere related to it, not exactly the same. You can generate static sites. Yes, you can generate static sites here as well. No, the session is not ongoing like college lectures for sure. E-commerce websites are built in a similar way. The only thing is you need to change the theme which is present on your particular website. If I'm using GeneratePress, you can use some other theme. Maybe Astra is one of the most suitable e-commerce theme for, you can just go for your website. Why to use CMS? CMS is nothing but a basic motive to, create your content. It can be C stands for how you create your content and reach out to the people. Management is how you manage your content there. System is what is the basic site audit you create for them. Should we use React for front end? Yes, you can use React for front end. Not ne- There's a question. Do you must have knowledge of Photoshop or front end? Not necessarily you should have the knowledge of Photoshop for front end. You can actually create your own photograph to avoid the copyright issue. That's all. And that you can do it on Canva as well, or maybe on Paint. Anything you can use for it. Okay, how to create an attractive avatar. Attractive avatar is nothing but how you present your things to the people outside. Keep the layout simple. The simplest layout will be benefited the most. Even if you have somewhat white spaces or anything, But if your content is simple, if you have easy navigation, you do not have overloads on your website, it will, help you create a better impact on what people find it. It does not mean that it's gonna go boring or it's gonna go dull. It's okay if you have it a simple layout. Make easy navigation to follow. Again, visitors turn up on your website if they find just one particular content and you do not have easy navigation to, go to some other content. This will actually, let users come out of that particular zone of viewing your particular content because they'll get bored. They'll lose their interest in your particular content. So make sure you have easy navigation. People are easily going through your website. Clear calls to action. At times you have buttons. At times you have things for navigation. Make sure that button is only for that particular purpose. If that button is saying stop, it should be stop. It should not have that particular thing, okay, stop the viewing content or something like that. You should not have statements. You should just have a direct message on that particular button. With content, less is more. At times, people are demanding that your content should be less, but it should have a more impact. So make sure you fulfill those particular demands. Okay, Photoshop can help in creating layout. Yes, it can help in creating layout. What is the difference between UI and UX design? There's not much of difference between UI and UX designs. It's almost similar to it. Basic, it's about navigation, how it presents, how it looks like. You can do it using languages. If you know how to code, you can do it using any site builder. How to practice for web development, you can keep on making some particular website layouts, maybe a form, you can create your resume on it. You can use it for, like, at times you can just create some website for your family members as well. There's nothing so much, how to just practice for it. It's a language, it's a coded thing. If you want to do, like, you can just make a form on it. It's the only basic thing you can practice. You is just creating graphics. Yes, it's creating graphics, not exactly graphics, but some animations to your own website. Do you teach web development? Any courses from you? If we can have another session or something like that, if you want a session where I can tell you how to code, you can just put it in the comment section. I'll be giving you a feedback form. You can put it there as well if you want it. Can we maintain website by hybrid stacks using both CMS and some sort of coding like modifying CSS scripts, etc. according to our need? Yes, you can do it. Even WordPress supports it. At times, if you do not find this plugin of your requirement, the WordPress has a thing where you can, okay, I can just show you that the WordPress has things where you can go and create your own plugins. So this is the view site if I want to edit it. Best front-end language for website. Best front-end language is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, so here you can go and make your own thing you can do. If I want to edit this particular page, till the time it's opening, I'll answer the next question. What are you writing? Okay. What after Monstack beginner? I think Monstack has the maximum demand if you know Monstack very well. If you have created a lot of things on it. You need not do anything else. React is difficult to understand what to do. If you do not want to go for React, go for Flutter. It has almost the similar stuff to do with it. So if you find that React is difficult, it's okay. You can go for Flutter. If it's interest you, nothing is difficult. Okay. If you want a section where you want to know how to code your website, you can definitely write it in the comment section. Our class components important to learn in React or hooks are enough. Hooks are more than enough to clear out what class components are. Need not to go much in depth. If you guys did not learn React, go for Flutter. Flutter is again a simple language. Okay, turning back here. Don't be afraid of white spaces. If you have a simple layout, if you have white spaces on your website, it's okay to have it. It does not create a lot of impact that okay, it's more simple. It's at times very good to have a simple page rather than to have a lot of things on your website get collected. Enhance your website with eye-catching colors. Keep your website in such a way that people keep on turning back onto your website. Your website should be as simple as clear, but it should have something that is very much visible and which makes people turn up on your website again and again. Incorporate attractive, easy to read fonts. That is very important. If the font of your website is too small or too big, that it does not create a good impact on your readers, people will start getting distracted from your content. Engage users with videos and rich images. Of course, there's one thing that if you put images or videos on your content, people will get more attracted towards it because what really happens is at times people lose interest if they keep on just reading, reading, reading. So make sure that your website has a lot of videos and images on it. Okay, before we turn forward, there's a hashtag smashtag activity. Now, every time I'm talking to create a good, username or something. So let's see how many of you can actually put a good username of your own self. So if you guys are interested, you can just keep on putting some good hashtags about yourself. Till the time I'll take some questions. If you want, again, I'm repeating, if you want the coding session of how to create your website, you can just ping here either in the comment section or you can put it on the feedback form. Is there any coding involved in this? Yes, you can do coding, but right now I'm not taking a lot of coding here because we have mixed audience. Some are not coders and some are coders. So do not want the non-coders to just go away. How much time will it take to learn Mon? Mon is a set of languages. It has 8 to 9 languages. You need to learn all these to get into a Mon developer. How we to pay amount for using website using WordPress. You need not to pay a lot of amount for it. In fact, if you do not want to pay any amount, you can go and have a free domain, which is a subdomain, a free hosting if you find any. Otherwise, it will cost you about 2500, not more than that. Will you do coding in this? No, I'm not doing coding in this. If you want coding, you can just, put it in the comment section or in the feedback form that yes, you want coding sessions as well. How much time to learn more? I know HTML, CSS, tell resources also. There are courses on Udemy. You can just find it out. There's a 54-hour course by Angela Yu. You can just use that particular course. Not more than 2 to 3 months. Will there be any coding involved in WordPress? At times, yes, there's coding involved in WordPress where you can create your own plugins. Resources for more also, please. Again, there's a course on Udemy by Angela Yu. Go and check that as well. Okay, next. What is SEO and types of SEO? The most awaited topic which everyone wanted to know about how you can create your brand into idea. So SEO stands for search engine optimization. In simple terms, it means the process of improving your website to increase its visibility for relevant searches. Now there are two types of SEO, on-page SEO and off-page SEO. So what are on-page SEO and how to do that? First is high quality page content. If you have high quality page content with page titles, headers, you have long keywords. Keywords such as, okay, if it's COVID time going on, so if you have something related to, you have put up something related to COVID. So the main keywords will be, long tail keywords will be COVID, Corona, quarantine, some things like this which are very much, searched by the people on the Google. You have good page titles, you must have good headers. Meta description, again, meta description is nothing but the 4 to 5 lines describing about your content on the Google when someone searches your stuff. Image or text, at times the image which you are putting, make sure that image has a name. If that does not have a name, if even if people want to search and a relevant image turns up, people will find the address where this image is actually from. And at times, people go to that particular content to check what content is related to it. You have structured markups, you have page URLs. Page URLs, nothing but, it's a collection of URLs put up together to create sitemaps, which has again helped people to, check what your content is all about. Internal linking, if you have anything, maybe some internal hashtags for your website. This is very much important, which will help people find your work very easily. Mobile responses. At times, the websites which you are creating, it's very much visible on your you know laptops or on your PCs, on your desktops, everything. But at times, the content which is created, it gets mismatched when you use on your phones or something like that. You must have site speed. Now, what is site speed? At times, your website may take a lot of time to open. It may take like 4 to 5 seconds, and people won't wait for the particular website to open. They'll swap the things to another website. Even if you look to your own self, do you actually wait people to, check, stay on your website if your website is not opening? To just wait, let it open? No, we just turn up the next particular website. How to do off-page SEO? Link building. Create your links as much as you can. Create a society, create a network. Social media, again, a very good thing, a very good platform where you can just put up your stuff and let people see what it all is about. Add subscription box, of course. Subscription box helps you know how many people are getting connected to it. Blog commenting, go on to the relevant content of your particular website, start commenting, leave comments that you have the same content on your website, let people read it. Guest posting, it's nothing but you're letting the users um, of another website to help you circulate your post, your work through their websites. They'll just ask to just post a comment, content on their website, and they can mention you there as well. Forums posting, it's nothing but creating new forums on some others' websites. Build trust, incorporate videos and images. Again, a very good point. You need to create images and videos. Through images and videos, also people, end up looking at your own stuff. Build relationships with webmasters, influencers. This is the thing which we are having here right now. Be present on the web. Craft and sparkling brand image. Promotions again. How to increase visibility of website? Create a good site audit. If you do not create a good site audit, of course, the visibility of your website, it goes down. Create sitemap or submit your site in search engine. Now, what is sitemap? At times, you can see this is something called sitemap. Now, this is at times, need to design it the way you design your own website. Creating your own sitemap. This is the basic sitemap. Sitemap is the basic index which internet bots use to read that okay, if the website is going good, the sitemap will turn up on the page itself. Next, make your website mobile friendly. Of course, if it's very much visible on laptops or something, make sure that your website is mobile very much visible on mobile as well. Use long tail key phrases. Using long tail key phrases, it will help people find your content more easily. Use more relevant and engaging text. Again, if the text and content is not relevant, people won't stop there. Use relevant and engaging images. Again, more or less same. Use social media. I told you a lot many times how to use it. Make engagement with people who engage with your content and social media. Make a society, make a community which is very much involved in your content. Comment on relevant high authority sites. If there is there's a community which has content related to your stuff, keep on commenting on it. Make sure you leave your particular links as well so that if people read their comments, they got to know that you are even making same content and people might visit your website. Optimize your reputation. Do not make cringe content. At times people end up making cringe content a lot of times which will create a bad remark on people. So avoid doing that. How to get traffic on website. Last topic, blog regularly. Keep on blogging. Uh, when you keep on blogging regularly, people will turn up on your website again and again. Use keywords on your site. The point when you use keywords on your site, people will actually target. People find your things on that particular keywords only. Use appropriate tags. If you are using appropriate tags, suppose you're doing something related to poetry, use appropriate tags for it. Maybe a poet related to mother, your tags would be hashtag mother, hashtag mom. So keep on using such appropriate tags. Connect to community and spread the word. Again, something related to poetry, something related to fitness. Make sure the community you're creating is related to that particular community only, and which will in turn help to spread the word. Read and comment on others' blogs. Again, read and comment on blogs, which will help people get to your blogs as well. Link to others' blogs. Keep on linking to others' blogs, which will help people get to back on your particular content. Share on social media. Bug your real life friends. Ask your friends to get to your content, get more people through it. Let people know about your post. Okay, the final doubt session I'm taking. There's a question. MongoDB, Express, React, and Node. I'll go for React and Node for both the languages. How come 8-9 languages? Obviously, you need to go for basics HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Then you have React. Then you have Flutter. You have Django. You have Java. Bye, and it was a good session. Thank you. How and where to get the best deal for domain name and hosting for say and brand e-commerce website which is to be maintained by CMS. For CMS, if you do not know any coding languages, I'll suggest you can turn up to WordPress. From WordPress, you can definitely have language. You can have domain from GoDaddy maybe. You can have hosting from Hostinja. At times you definitely have things called free hosting, or you have coupons for free hosting and free domains. You can use that. They're very much visible from any software. Any other questions? So okay, before leaving, make sure you fill up the form to get the certificate, and do keep writing the feedback about the session. If you guys want, you can go and demand for a live session as well. So I've kept the form in the chat box. I'm putting it here as well. I have worked on Angular. Shall I go with Java, Spring, or Node? There is no limit to language. You can go to any language if you want to learn. Thank you for the session. Guys, you can just put up your names to get the certificate. Also, you can write the feedback there. Any other questions or something? If you want any session, any further session related to languages, you can just put it in the comment section. Shall I learn directly Node, or shall I first learn advanced JavaScript? You can go ahead with anything. Maybe there's no thing that you need to learn this first or this that first. You can learn anything. It's all up to you. Whatever finds easy to you, whatever finds compatible to what you're doing. I'm again putting the form link here for you all to avail your certificates. Leave the feedback. As soon as I just stop the live session, I'll be putting it up in the chat section. So if anyone misses it up or wants again, so you can just put it up there. Thank you so much, everyone.